Still developing this morning, some RCSD staff members have been placed on leave after a shooting outside Franklin High School.
This after security footage of that apparent shooting spread on social media last week. And according to police and the district, a suspect fired multiple shots towards students in the doorway at the school on Thursday. A district spokesperson tells News 8 students in the footage are identifiable and may have been placed at increased risk by anyone that leaked or spread that video. The spokesperson says the district's policy does not allow for the release of security footage, and the footage that was released violates the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act by showing identifiable students. The district did not confirm which employees have been placed on leave or how many.
The trial for Seth Larson, the Irondequoit man accused of murdering his girlfriend, Lisa Schuler, in May of 2021, is underway with jury selection beginning yesterday. 9 people were seated in the jury. Larson is currently being held on murder charges and 2 counts of concealment of a human corpse. He pleaded not guilty to those charges, and according to court documents, investigators found Schuler's dismembered body outside a home on Culver Road in Irondequoit in 2021. Larson was identified as a person of interest in connection to her death. He was later caught in West Virginia by U.S. Marshals following a weeks-long search. Continuing our coverage on those skyrocketing RG&E bills, a story which we have been covering for nearly a year now. As you likely know or you may have experienced yourself, customers have been receiving shockingly high RG&E bills, sometimes reaching the thousands.
And now the company's CEO says she wants to get to the bottom of this. RG&E says it is hiring 40 new billing specialists, and a move they hope will help clear up some confusion. CEO Patricia Nilsson said the impact of the pandemic has led to a depletion of their workforce. We're told if you get a high amount, they can help you put your bill on hold until it gets figured out. We'll hear from a customer later on News 8 who says that process isn't very easy.
Construction is moving right along for a major expansion at Strong Memorial Hospital. By 2027, the emergency department will triple in size, and that's with an additional 9-story tower.
And this comes at a time when many hospitals across the state are overcrowded and understaffed. Jatira Marsh joins us live from Strong with the very latest on this. Jatira, good morning.
Amel, Casey, good morning. $1 million in funding from the federal government will offer 100 inpatient private rooms. Dr. Michael Kamali, chair of emergency medicine, says temporary structure was helpful during the pandemic, but they're ready for an upgrade. The emergency department sees about 55 to 65,000 people annually, but they've been holding double that. And when all is said and done, additional staff will be needed to fill it too. Dr. Kamali says it's a process that's always ongoing. And when it comes to hiring additional staff, hospital leaders say they're looking to address that with career advancement pipelines and employee support services. Live at Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester, Jatira Marsh, News 8.
Thank you, Jatira. A portion of the governor's 2023 budget is going towards a worker bonus program, payment reform, and increased minimum wage for home care workers.
All right, time to shift gears for just a moment. Get a last check of the forecast with James. James, that kind of gray dome that we get used to in Rochester in the winter is still kind of holding tight, right?
That's it. Yeah, not going anywhere. Had a couple of flakes around. But numbers, if you don't like that bitter cold that we can get in early and mid-January, it's not bad out there. Lower 30s, and that number stays just about the same through the afternoon on the 10th of January. Average high 34. Yep, that's right about where we will be later today. Could see a little bit of a rain-snow mix by the end of the week. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast to finish off the show. Casey, Mel.
All right, James, thank you. One last look at the roads this morning in our sunrise show. Things are still looking good out there. No new accidents to report. All the main arteries are running on time, including 390, 490, and 590. We do have updates for you every half hour throughout the morning until 9 o'clock. So if anything changes, though, we will have that update for you right here on News 8.
All right, back to your headlines. New details on a Virginia teacher who was allegedly intentionally shot by a 6-year-old in her first-grade classroom last Friday.
Authorities say the boy pulled the gun out of his backpack during the class. Then 25-year-old Abby Zwerner raised her hand up to protect herself when the round went through her hand, exiting the rear of her hand and traveling into her upper chest. The first-grade teacher has since been updated from critical to stable condition in the hospital. We're now learning that the gun was legally purchased by the child's mother, but it is still unclear how the gun got into the boy's possession. The child remains in the hospital in the protective custody custody of state officials while he is being evaluated. No other students were physically harmed, and the school remains closed today and tomorrow.
A legal headache for President Biden after documents marked classified were found at a think tank linked to his vice presidency, according to CBS News. The Justice Department is now reviewing the documents and determining any possible next steps. The White House counsel's office notified the National Archives the same day the materials were discovered, and the archives took possession of them the following day. So far, the Justice Department and the FBI have declined to comment on the Biden documents inquiry.
Well, tonight at 11, players will get another shot to win the Mega Millions jackpot, which now sits at $1.1 billion. It's the third largest prize in Mega Millions history. The cash out option is estimated at about $500 million as of now.
The Greece Central School District recognized first responders with a special ceremony before the boys' varsity basketball game last night.
A parade of emergency vehicles from Greece, Rochester, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, New York State Police, and local fire districts all drove onto campus to attend. Former Rochester police officer Denny Wright, who was wounded in the line of duty back in 2019, was among those who were recognized. Sean McCabe, Greece Central Board of Education president, says this event is especially important given first responders are the ones who saved Bill safety Damar Hamlin's life. And speaking of Damar Hamlin, he's been released from the hospital in Cincinnati and is now back in Buffalo.
This coming from the medical team at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. Hamlin was listed in critical condition after his cardiac arrest during the Bills matchup with the Bengals last Monday, where he was resuscitated on the field. Doctors make it clear, though, that this is just one step in the direction of him making a full recovery.
He's making great progress. Again, his brain, and neurological function is really normal. And so, right now it's just a young man recovering from a very serious illness. And we think that he will, recover well from this, and he has a great positive attitude.
Bills head coach Sean McDermott says there will be a plan created so Hamlin's teammates can go and see him in the next few days.
Bus stop forecast, sunrise 7:41. We've got a little bit less than an hour to see that. A couple of flakes around, numbers in the 30s today. We'll be in the 30s through this afternoon. 8-day forecast. Let's look at the next couple of days. Sun to clouds for you tomorrow. It's another warm one, up to 40 degrees. We could spend days below freezing in January. It's just not the case. We are in a mild pattern. Thursday, we've got rain throughout most of the day. Then Friday, a little bit of a rain-snow mix. Maybe some snow showers as we get into Friday and Saturday. So that's really the only time frame I could see us getting any accumulating snow in that Saturday morning time frame. A little breezy. So if you have any weekend activities, it is a long holiday weekend. We'll have some snow showers, I think, for Saturday morning.
Might not help the skiing situation. All right, that's all the time we have this morning. Thanks so much for starting your day with News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is next. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.